So are you arresting me then? Are you arresting me?
I'm going to take your details and someone's just...
I'm not giving you the details.
I'll have to arrest you.
I haven't.
You haven't walked past me with a drone.
I haven't got a drone up.
Where is your drone?
Pardon?
Where's your drone? Right. Just listen to me, just go over a sec.
What?
Right. You've obviously got the drone up.
I haven't.
Well, you have.
No, I haven't.
Just listen to me.
No, you listen to me.
Right.
I haven't got a drone up.
Just listen to me.
Go ahead.
So what's that then?
That's some drone footage.
Right. Okay, so where's your drone?
Huh?
Where's your drone?
What's it got to do with you, buddy?
Right. Just so you know, you are committing an offence.
I'm not committing an offence at all. Am I flying at this minute?
Listen to me.
Am I flying?
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
Right.
Just to let you know, we'll contact the Civil Aviation Authority to put a temporary ban on flying.
Mate, he said I'm flying. No, I'm not.
So,
am I flying?
So where's your drone?
What's it got to do with you guys? I'm not flying a drone.
The first officer walks up and quickly accuses the auditor of breaking the law, claiming the drone is still flying. Calmly, the auditor explains that the drone has already landed. The officer gets confused by the controller screen, thinking recorded footage is a live drone feed. The auditor explains that it's only playback, not a live flight. Instead of stopping to check the facts, the officer keeps insisting the drone is in the air without any proof. Then things escalate further. A second officer says they are contacting the CIA to request a temporary flight restriction. But this actually proves no restriction existed during the flight. That means the auditor had not broken any law. What we are seeing here is officers trying to create rules after the fact to target someone who was following the law the entire time.
Just crack on with your job.
Right, under Article 256 of the air navigation, you are committing an offence.
Offence? Am I flying a drone at this minute?
Near the building. Okay.
Look, the joypad's not moving. Look at that, guys. He's just said I'm committing an offence.
They can fly themselves. It's not stupid. I own a drone myself.
You want a drone? So am I committing an offence now?
Yes, you are.
So are you arresting me then? Are you arresting me?
I'm going to take your details and someone's just...
I'm not giving you the details.
I'll have to arrest you.
Go on then. Go on then.
Right, okay.
I'm not flying a drone.
To justify the arrest, the officer mentions Article 256 of the Air Navigation Order, a law meant for drones being flown dangerously or recklessly. But there's a major problem with that claim. The law only applies when a drone creates a real danger to people or property. The auditor's drone flight did neither. He was flying a DJI Mini, a drone under 250 grams, and was operating it responsibly and within legal limits. He was nowhere near emergency services or restricted airspace. Instead of asking simple questions or checking if the drone was even still flying, the officers immediately escalated the situation. One female officer even grabbed the controller from his hands. Ironically, if the drone had actually been in the air, that action could have caused it to crash. In the end, the biggest danger came from the officers, not the drone.
Flying a drone. My drone's in my bag, you pair of muppets.
Give us the drone.
Mate, you've just am I being detained? Detained for what?
Committing an offence under the Aviation Act. Okay. I have told you that. I have asked you.
Am I being detained?
I've asked you.
Am I being detained? I'm arrested?
Yes, you are.
Right.
Okay, all you need to do is show us the drone.
My drone's in my bag.
I asked you. You said.
My drone is in my bag. Check my bag.
I was just trying to help I know that. But he's made that decision. He's a grown man, and if he wants...
Mate, no, my drone's in my bag. I've told him it's in my bag. He's detaining me, arresting me for a drone.
You need to get your details as well, your name and address as well.
What? I was flying it before you actually told me it was an offence. Why is it an offence when I've got a... Are you arresting me? Serious?
Yes, I've just arrested you.
Will you check that bag just to make sure my drone's in there?
Once we've established your details...
This is... Hey, do you know what? This is an unlawful...
Listen to me, alright, before you start shouting. Once we've ascertained your details and confirmed who you are, we can look at de-arresting you in relation to...
De-arresting me? I've not committed an offence from the start. I've got...
Under UK law, police can only arrest someone if they have reasonable grounds to believe a crime has been committed. An arrest cannot be based on guesses or vague suspicions. The auditor calmly explains that he has broken no laws and that he has the correct license. But the officers ignore that completely. They never asked what type of drone he was flying. They didn't check whether a license was even required, and they never confirmed if any law had been broken before arresting him. This was not proper policing. It was officers making assumptions without evidence. They failed to do even the most basic checks before escalating the situation, and that says a lot.
You don't arrest people first, mate. You're doing the wrong thing. The law?
You come with me.
Pardon? It wasn't flying, mate.
Come with me.
Jog on, you muppet. Who's got the controller and the phone?
What did you do?
I need that control and the phone because he's got the evidence, mate.
Right, okay.
I proved to you I weren't flying a drone.
You haven't proved it, you was being awkward.
Mate, you said that I was flying a drone.
Controller is. I can't talk, you're shouting.
I have got handcuffs on and they're hurting, mate.
Have you got his controller? Right,
I do.
we'll take the
So look at that, that's still going as we speak.
Right.
That was from footage before when there was no blocker in the area.
Just search his bag.
Yeah, of course, mate. What was your name, fella?
I'm not telling you my name. I'm not telling you my name. I'm not obliged to because I'm not committed an offence.
This moment shows a common tactic officers sometimes use to pressure people without seeming aggressive. The female officer casually asks the auditor for his name. When he refuses, correctly stating he is not legally required to provide it without an offence being committed, she quickly replies, "I was only asking." But the question was not as harmless as it sounded. It was designed to make the auditor look difficult or uncooperative simply for knowing and using his rights. In situations like this, when an officer asks for your name during a tense encounter, it rarely feels like a casual question. It carries pressure, whether they openly admit it or not.
He's detained me and I'm in handcuffs now.
I've already told you, under the Aviation Act, you are committing offence. You're flying a drone near buildings.
Near buildings.
Without a licence, you can't do that.
I've got a licence. I've got a licence. Am I permitted to give you a licence? Because this area is exempt from the CAA.
Who is it?
Eh?
Where's the drone?
It's in the bag. Look through the rest of the bag. Not inside the bag, not that bit.
Sorry guys, can I just ask you to take a couple of steps back for me? Thank you.
No, it's sorry.
Oh, so now Constable is seeing that my drone's in the bag, as it is. It wasn't flying when he pulled me and put me in handcuffs. So now, this is a wrongful arrest. Am I still being detained, Constable? Please let me know soon, because the longer this goes on, the more you will be a civil court matter. Okay. And I will prosecute you.
That's fine.
Personally. You've detained...
We make complaints to Lancashire Constabulary, mate, by all means do so.
Are you being cocky, Louis?
No, I'm telling you where to make your complaint.
Peace, what's your collar number?
Sergeant 5409.
Sergeant 540. Are you happy with your constable doing what he's done to me?
You'd like to make a complaint?
Are you happy with what your constable's done to me?
Ashley?
Can he let me out of these cuffs?
When the officer searches the auditor's bag and finds the drone inside, it proves the auditor was telling the truth the entire time. The drone was not flying. This completely destroys the reason for the arrest. The officers claimed the auditor was illegally operating a drone, but the evidence now clearly shows the drone was grounded and packed away. There was no flight, no danger, and no offence. Yet even after discovering this, the officers continue as if nothing has changed. But everything had changed. The original reason for the arrest no longer existed. This was never an arrest based on solid evidence. It was based entirely on assumptions, and those assumptions had now fallen apart.
You are committing the offence, okay?
How can I commit offence when I wasn't flying?
Do you want to
At the
listen or shout at
time,
him?
you wouldn't tell me whether you was flying or not.
I wasn't committing offence.
Right, listen to me. At the time, I suspected you was committing the offence.
No, you said I was committing an offence.
Because you wouldn't tell me you had the drone in the bag.
No, I told you I didn't have it.
No, you didn't.
Mate, you've done an unlawful arrest on me today. What's your collar number?
You can have a call at 8512, okay? Listen to me. You're now de-arrested because you're not flying the drone. Should you
I tried to tell you I wasn't flying a drone.
Should you that drone take off, you will be arrested.
No one, okay. No one. If I want to fly that,
CCTV and monitoring.
I want to fly that, this is a legal way I can fly this drone. I've got a licence.
The auditor responds calmly and confidently. He explains that if he chooses to fly the drone again, he can legally do so because he has a valid licence and fully understands the drone laws and regulations.